What is up, party people? Happy Wednesday. I am watching on the TV some of the statements being made to Koberger.
Yeah, while he sits there and stares like a fish.
Stares at them.
There's just nothing in that dude's eyes, man.
No.
Nothing.
What do you think it was, man? Because I was sitting there to go, was it ego? Did he think that because he was taking all those classes, that he was smarter than everybody else and that he could find a way to commit a heinous crime and get away with it? Or is he just a demented SOB?
I think a little bit of both. I think somehow he fixated on one of those girls.
Yeah.
And because if I remember correctly, they found like things in his socials leading to one of those girls, and that he would be in the area a lot. But I think it's a little bit of both, Brother Chad. I think he wanted to see what he could do, and he fixated on one of these girls, and he carried it out.
It's just like you said, we were joking yesterday about this, Jaws, right? Like his eyes roll over, lifeless eyes, doll's eyes. That's what it looks like with him. It's an empty vessel.
Yeah, just nothing. I mean, look at him.
He's
just sitting there.
Yeah. And you think to yourself, what went through your mind? Because that's what everybody wants, right? They want closure.
We want to know why.
We want to know why. We want the closure. If you're a family member, you want to know. But as the average person, I mean, the mystery of life is, what's the biggest mystery? What happens after you die? But we're always curious when somebody flips out and shoots up a place. We want to know why. Why? Because everybody thinks, could that be me? Could I do that? Could I twist off like that? This, he gives no indication about anything. And, I know Trump weighed in. He's like, he thinks he should say. He's not going to say anything. He doesn't have to.
No.
Did he have to be there?
I think he's got to be there.
Okay.
For the victim, for the sentencing and victim impact statements, he's got to be there. Man,
you just like if you're one of those parents, just 2 minutes in a room with him.
2 minutes alone, brother.
That's it. I don't need anything more than that. That guy is they showed where he was going to stay because he will never they said he will be completely in solitary confinement forever. He's going to spend the rest of his life 23 hours inside of a room, solitary confinement with nothing.
And apparently this prison in Idaho where he's going to be living is apparently it's not known as a very nice prison.
No, I don't think it's
as far as prisons go.
It's not. It's not the Ritz. There's no tennis courts. He's going to get out once a day for an hour inside of a cage.
Mm-hmm.
And they say even if they were to introduce him years down the road to other prisoners, they do that in a way where they put other prisoners inside of a cage. And they're like all inside of a cage next to each other to see if they can even, like they're animals. Because they are. Because when you're dealing with people like this, that's what you're dealing with. And This guy is, listening to the people speak, everything is gone. And, your world may be, you can repair bits and pieces of it, but the portion of that light, it's shattered in a way that's not an accident or a heart attack or something, in the brutality of what they went through. And you relive that in your mind. What could I have done? Could I have done anything to save my kids, et cetera, et cetera? It's, and the why, that's the other thing. The why you will never know.
Yeah, and that's what they can't compel him to do by law.
Yeah.
And, and then, what's somebody going to say? I see how that could help. I want to know. I would love to know exactly what was going through this guy's mind, but I'm kind of like what you just said there, Brother Chad. I think it's both.
Yeah, because I think
he's definitely a sociopath.
Yeah, absolutely. Because there was talks that people who went to school with him said he was his ego was big. Like he was the smartest guy in the room, thinking, that I think he really thought he could get away with it. And, he couldn't. First of all, it was a horrible job. But the second thing is you were never going to get away with something like that. That the way that you did it, and the fact that you left survivors and the survivor guilt. Listening to some of them talk today, the panic attacks they have, you're going to live with that forever. You were mere feet away from a brutal death, and you survived. And that question still remains too: is why did he not go in there?
Yeah.
And then the other question is, and the thing we've talked about, this is Ashley Banfield early this morning or late last night, talking about the people outside. Here we go. There we go. We're good. King Louis, cool.
Live shot back out at the courthouse where he's going to hear his sentence. This is live. This is my producer, Lindsay Haller, for my podcast, Drop Dead Serious. That is the line of people who have already started to line up to get some time inside that courtroom. They've got their deck chairs. They're going to spend the night. This is Media Village. Court TV and News Nation have tents already set up outside the courthouse so that we don't miss any of the coverage. But there you go. That is some commitment to people who have decided, I want to be in there for this momentous occasion.
Momentous occasion? This is a vile human being that deserves 4 death sentences, let alone 4 life sentences without the possibility of parole. And the fact that you weirdos who aren't in the media would line up outside of there. This isn't a concert from the 80s where you had to go to, the Ticketmaster or Sam Goody Records to wait out there for something. My goodness.
Yeah. This morning, whenever I was watching it, and I saw this group of ladies, like as if they took the day off for a ladies' day out. And they're looking at the camera and they're just smiling and waving.
Like they're on the Today Show.
And they were on the Today Show. And that's just it.
It's,
come on.
It's crime attainment. It's what it's become. It's the thing that we talked about, the whole thing with why it's going to be tough for Trump to quiet down all the people about Epstein is it's become crime attainment. It's become something where the average person who probably waiting in line doesn't care about Obama and what they did in Russia, doesn't care about the Japanese and Americans coming with a trade deal or anything like that. They are the pop culture people. And they're grab onto. It's like those people that waited out there for Karen Reed and her sentencing, all wearing pink shirts.
Yes.
Like it's Breast Cancer Awareness Day.
Right.
Oh, just insane.
And the Luigi Mangione crowd.
Oh, and have you seen that? Like they keep selling out that stupid play they've got for him.
I believe it, man. Nothing shocks me anymore.
I mean, it's not new. Go look at there's always been that weird fascination, especially for ladies. We're looking at you. I'm not trying to say anything, but I'm saying something because let's just see here. Oh. Charles Manson.
Richard Ramirez.
Richard Ramirez had all kinds of hotties. My goodness, what's the Menendez brothers?
Yeah.
One of them got married, and then he fell in love with another chick, and he's leaving his wife, and he can't even leave prison.
It's insanity, man.
I'm fascinated, though, that weird kind of culture. And I told you today, because you're like, this is exactly what Boise is like, and I was laughing.
Yeah.
But I said there are people in line. One of them's a killer.
Yeah. Boise is a little town, man. It's a small, big town. And I would say it's about the size of Murfreesboro. And there are people there that, they're just they just get excited whenever somehow Idaho is in the world focus.
Even if it's
something like this.
Yeah, because outside of the Broncos and the, outside of.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they beat my football team back in that Fiesta Bowl. So that put them on the map.
My niece's little brother's dad, he is the head groundskeeper at the Blue Turf.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He's so like whenever he's in town, he's just wearing nothing but Boise State stuff.
Dude, I had to sit in church one time right by Coach Pete.
Oh.
And I mean, he's a great guy. I just looked over at him and I said, as a Sooner fan, Coach, you're a dirty dog. He just laughed.
Praise the Lord.
But yeah.
I'm just fascinated by the people that can go to, because court, like if you've never been to court, just to see the way that court operates as an American, as the freedoms we have to go there and to see it. Because I know when I was a kid, we did, a couple days we went down and we went to like traffic court and stuff like that. They took us just to show us, look, this is how the community works. This is how we work as a nation.
Mm-hmm.
And that was interesting. But if you've never been, it's neat. But these people aren't there because they're trying to get some sort of civic lesson. They're there because they're bizarre.
Yeah. They're getting on TV.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of court, we'll talk about this a little bit later. We should talk about it now. There was 120 cases in Massachusetts that have been dropped because their DAs are all on strike. And so are their defense attorneys and everything. So they aren't taking cases anymore. So they have to drop all the cases, including violent crimes, because there's nobody to have their case.
Wow.
Isn't that nuts?
Wow.
They're on strike. I'm like, you guys can go on strike?
That's, yeah. How do they go on strike? Well, I guess they can. Or do you just, or does the DA just fire?
I don't, it's weird, right? I don't. But they said they refuse to take cases, and it's gone on for months. And, people have a right to a speedy hearing. And so they're just having to drop all of these cases.
Interesting.
So weird. A lot of stuff to get to today. We've got some more on Ozzy. Man, the tributes pouring in everywhere. Did you see The Who with their tribute last night?
Yeah. Apparently Coldplay last night in Nashville did a version of Changes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
I bet you that was pretty good.
Did anybody get caught at Coldplay last night? You know what we're talking about. You know what we're talking about.
Here comes the kiss cam.
Remember, if you go to Oasis, they don't care and they're not going to out you because it's really mostly about them. We got One Hit Wonder Wednesday, which is about you. This is where we have a singular hit, and it is awesome today. It took a bunch of people texting and tweeting at me yesterday. So we got the One Hit Wonder Wednesday today, among other things. And, yes, we have more. I think we have another round of tickets to give away to the fair. So we'll be doing that as well. Reach out to us across all of our social media. It's Wednesday. So White Woman Wednesday. And remember, White Woman Wednesday is when progressive white women lecture us on stuff because that has to happen.
Yeah.
Right?
Because they know.
They know. And we have to understand, we're putting in the work, and you guys need to do it too. If you miss any of the show, shame on you. Grab the podcast. A lot of stuff to get to, including how hot it's going to be, the Swamp Ass Report. I was listening and looking around the country. We're not the only ones who are going to be in need of the cold peas on the Grundle area.
Yes,
today.
sir.
That's for darn
About
sure.
100 million of us, 100 million Americans are going to need a bag of frozen peas downstairs.
Ooh, baby. If you're missing the show, shame on you. Grab the podcast. It is the Chad Benson Show. Super Talk 99.7. Tell you what, it's hot out there, and it's ugly, and it's nasty. Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the day we find out how swampy it is.
Now it's time for the Swamp Ass News Report with the weather wizard, Ken Weaver.
90 degrees, the real temperature, boys, right now at BNA. The heat index, Swamp Ass meter's buzzing. It's 99.
Ooh.
So it's on the low level.
But it's early.
Yeah, it's kind of going like this. Pretty soon it'll be going like this. And pretty soon it'll be...
What are you feeling like it's going to get today?
If the humidity stays up like it is right now, 59%, and as that real temperature goes up, I mean, I'm not a scientist, a weather scientist or anything like that, but that would tell me that we're definitely going to reach at least 105.
That's ugly.
Yeah, I mean, we're just at 90 right now, and the heat index is 9 degrees higher than that. We're at 59% humidity right now.
That's a gross thing. I mean, I go like 2 blocks. I got here, and I was like, I should start bringing a change of shirts. That's what I feel like. It's
you just need to get one of those lockers there in the break room, Brother Chad. Just have you change your clothes in there.
So be careful out there. That's what we're saying, guys. That's all we're saying. It's going to be hot. Make sure you drink a lot of water. Don't do anything crazy. Right? This isn't the day to go, you know what? I haven't drank any water for 3 days. I think I'm going to go out and mow my lawn.
Yeah.
Because you get people that do that. Just insane. Several people texting in. I didn't know this, but apparently in the 70s and 80s, going to night court on Friday night was quite a thing here in Nashville.
Well, from what I understand, that people do, like retirees will just hang out at courthouses and just watch. I got to say, man, I had a situation in Albuquerque where I was in a crash. It wasn't my fault, but I didn't have an up-to-date tag and that sort of thing, and so I had to, as long as I showed up to court once a month, after like 3 months, they were just going to waive everything. And there were some interesting cases that would go before me. There was a guy that was going around he was going around shoving boxes of frozen chicken in his sweatpants.
Okay, wait.
And they finally caught him.
They finally did? Was it on the news? Probably big on the news.
It wasn't on the news, but it was interesting to see people like that. And guess what?
What?
He showed up to court in sweatpants.
With chicken. I don't know where it came from. Isn't that hilarious, though, when people do that?
Oh, yeah.
The weirdest stuff. My buddy, love you, David. He's from England. He got into a fight, and it was totally ridiculous. He was drunk, and we were at his wedding, but he got married, and so it was a stupid, we're at a bar, and he's talking to the guy. He doesn't know the guy next to him. He's talking to the guy, and they're BSing, having a good time. The guy's buying him drinks because he got married and stuff, and this other guy picks a fight with that guy. My buddy Dave jumps in because he thinks, something's going on, doesn't know what's happening. So they arrest him, and he has to go to anger management classes. That's what they tell him. So they send him, but they don't have any. So they send him to kleptomania, like a klepto, anonymous.
Yeah.
He goes, there are people in there. Because one lady's in there because she can't stop going to the store and grazing. She just eats snacks all day at the store. And another person, he was in there because his great theft was he stole 3 or 4 at Home Depot, those knobs for doors, doorknobs.
Yes.
He stole them from the door. They were on display, and he stole them. And he's just like, what? What is wrong with you people?
Yeah, this guy, he was stealing banquet fried chicken.
Wow. I hope he was eating them.
Well, I guess he was. I can't remember if the judge asked him if it. I remember the judge asked one guy, "Was it worth it?" And that guy said, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, how about if we just give you some time to think about that?" And they whisked him off to jail.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? Nowadays, you go in and steal. So my wife, she'll go to Ben and Jerry's over here, and there's a homeless guy my wife sees all the time, and she knows him. I forgot what his name is, but she'll say hi to him and stuff. And she goes, they're at Ben and Jerry's last Friday night. He walks into Ben and Jerry's. He walks right over to where the pints of ice cream are. He grabs one. He turns around. He walks out.
Boom. Just like that.
And my wife goes, and they go, oh, he does it every week. And I'm just like, this is where we are now. This is where we are. A lot of stuff. It's One Hit Wonder Wednesday. We got a great one hit wonder today. We'll talk a little bit about.
Yeah, I'm looking some of those up right now, man.
Yeah, today's one. I got you guys covered in a mega way. You're gonna love this.
Okay.
Because it was timing. Dude only had one hit, and he could never even come close to recapturing it. But it's because it's about timing. It is. It's about timing. So we got some Trump stuff as well, a bunch of other goodies to get to. Reach out to us across all of our social media. Love hearing from you. Got some of your text messages as you guys talk about some hilarious stuff. All new from Banquet, sweatpants chicken dinner. That's what one person said.
Swamp ass chicken dinner.
So Ken, we may have to go down. Several people have said night court is fun. We may have to go down just for fun. We may do that. Who knows? And if you've been to night court, let us know about your night court experience.
Absolutely.
Because you know what? That's what we do here. This is Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7.